In Islam, our faith has a very important part. It's the declaration of faith, which goes like this: La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahu'l-hamd wa huwa qadir. This means there is no God but Allah alone. He has no partners. He is in charge of everything, and all praise goes to Him. He is all-powerful. This is the heart of Tawheed, the belief that God is one. Muslims believe that when we really understand and say this, our hearts and minds connect with God's plan. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, encouraged us to say this powerful phrase 100 times every day. It reminds us that God is in control and we depend on Him. This remembrance, called dhikr, cleanses our spirit and brings us closer to God. It helps us avoid distractions and shows us the right way to live. Besides its religious meaning, saying this declaration makes us feel thankful for all the good things God gives us. It reminds us that real peace comes from following God's will. This simple practice has amazing spiritual benefits. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us how important dhikr is, especially saying La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahu'l-hamd wa huwa qadir 100 times a day. A story from Abu Huraira tells us that the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever says, 'None has the right to be worshipped but Allah alone, who has no partner, His is the dominion and His is the praise, and He is over all things competent,' 100 times a day, will get rewards like freeing 10 slaves, will have 100 good deeds written down, will have 100 sins erased, and will be protected from the devil until evening. No one will do better than him, except someone who says it more." Bukhari and Muslim. This story shows the great rewards of this practice. Freeing slaves was a big deal. It meant giving someone freedom. This dhikr is like freeing ourselves from bad things and the devil's whispers. Getting more good deeds and having sins erased shows how powerful this dhikr is. It cleans our hearts and makes our connection with God stronger. The protection from the devil shows how it protects us spiritually. Another story from Abu Huraira says that the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever frees a Muslim slave, Allah will save all the parts of his body from the fire as He has freed the body parts of the slave." Bukhari. This makes us wonder, are the rewards for freeing a slave and saying the dhikr the same or different? Both are very rewarding, but they are different. Freeing a slave is a real-life act of kindness that helps someone directly and gives spiritual rewards to the person who does it. The dhikr is a spiritual act that helps our soul directly and helps society indirectly by making us better people. The rewards in the dhikr story, like freeing 10 slaves, are symbolic. They show how much spiritual benefit we get. It's important to understand that rewards in different stories aren't meant to be compared exactly, but understood in their own way. The stories about dhikr and freeing slaves show the many sides of Islamic teachings. They show that both physical and spiritual acts of worship are important. Freeing slaves helps fix a problem in society, while dhikr helps us fight against temptation and sin inside ourselves. Saying La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahu'l-hamd wa huwa qadir 100 times a day is simple but very powerful, and anyone can do it. It's a gift from Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that helps us become spiritually cleaner, closer to God, and protected from evil. By making this dhikr a part of our lives, we open the door to many blessings and work towards real peace and happiness in this life and the next. Let's try to make this dhikr a regular part of our day, enjoying its many benefits and getting closer to our Creator.